Arsenal podcast. My name is Kosi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in all parts of the world. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a brand new video. We have beaten Brentford 3 goals to nil. This is my match analysis. I've done my match reaction. Absolutely good performance from Arsenal. And I thought, after all, everything that happened on the pitch, I just think Arsenal were just the better side. I just think Brentford were absolutely overwhelmed. You're going to look at the statistics of that game. I don't think there is in any way Brentford. I don't know. I don't think they will claim anything in this game. I think they will be very happy that they walk away without being demolished, because if Arsenal had scored 5, if Arsenal had scored 6 in that game, it would have just demolished their confidence, their morale, and anything they built this season would have been demolished. So I think that they will walk away. Thomas Frank will walk away happy and hoping they can bounce back. But on Arsenal's side, we've bounced back, quite emphatically. 3 goals, a clean sheet, 3 points, and we are back on top of the table. Look, it's only 1 point. We have 18 points now. If I can look at the table, 18 points, 17 Manchester City, 17 Tottenham, 13 Brighton, and 12 Manchester United. United have not played, and then Brighton have also not played this weekend as well. I don't care. I really don't care. So we're back on top of the table. That is the biggest. Biggest statement. And also, I think we are also back on the winning run. Look, our momentum has been played with. You cannot argue against that. We were on a very good run. 6 games, 5 wins, 1 loss. That was a very good run. But then 1 weekend, no football again, no European football in midweek. Other teams played. You felt like we were a little bit lagging behind, but it also gave us some time to rest. And I think that was the positive in all this fiasco that was happening. Time to rest, time to reset, time to think about how Arsenal want to, how we want to, bounce back and come back, in this, Premier League, in these Premier League fixtures that we're going to play, Tottenham, Liverpool, Brentford, and Everton, and we've surely taken advantage. But when you look at this game, honestly, guys, Brentford offered nothing in this game. I'm sorry to say, I think this is so contrary to what I expected and what I said in my match preview. I thought they were going to offer something in this game. They offered nothing. If you look at this, the first half, 36% ball position, 64% ball position for Arsenal. Brentford, 36% ball position. That is not typical of Brentford. That is not the Brentford I know. That is not the Brentford I expected, especially at home. I thought they would do a little bit better. But listen to this. 2 shots in total in the first half, 1 on target, 1 off target. And these are Arsenal's statistics in the first half. 7 shots in total, 3 on target, 3 off target, and 2 of the shots on target went into the back of the net. That is where we broke Brentford, and that was the difference between Arsenal and Brentford. Look, you can't have all this kind of position. You might have, the 64% ball position, and then you cannot find the final pass, and you can't find the final ball. I think the difference between Brentford and Arsenal today is we all had our own, we all had our own, game plan. Arsenal, of course, dominate play, create problems, use the width, use your wingers, and score and try to score goals from, breaking through the lines. Brentford, their game plan was sit back and catch Arsenal on the break. If you look at this, if I looked at the system again that Thomas Frank went for, it is a 3-5-2 formation. 5 midfielders, Aaron Hickey and Rico Henry as fullbacks. Then you have Matthias Jensen, you have Janet and Josh Da Silva as part of the midfield. It wasn't actually 4-3-3, it was a 3-5-2. Up top, Ivan Toney and Brian Bemo. So literally, the game plan for Thomas Frank and Brentford was, let's go and frustrate Arsenal. That is what they wanted to do. Frustrate Arsenal, make sure they don't knock the ball around as easy as they always do, and make sure whenever they are in possession, you break them down. I don't know what happened, but they literally didn't do anything close to that, because Arsenal had a lot of chances, a lot of space to pass the ball into, a lot of time when we were on the ball, and we possessed the ball in the most dangerous areas on that pitch, and Brentford didn't give us any challenges. I didn't understand what their game plan was. It's either they didn't understand the game plan of the manager, and you really understand why, because Brentford in this season have been a team that play on the front foot. They literally don't play on the back foot. They're not used to defending all the time. They're not used to being attacked all the time. So when you tell them go and sit back, frustrate Arsenal, and just cause problems on the break, it was never going to be that easy for them. It was never going to be easy for them to adjust from a dominant style of play to quite not really a rudimentary, but a primitive style of play. And if you look at their best performers in this game, it is Aaron Hickey and Matthias Jansen. Aaron Hickey, of course, out wide, trying to stop Arsenal and the runs, and also trying to create as much of problems as he could. But really, I don't remember any big problems from I don't remember any big problems for them. So in the first half, I thought Brentford didn't get the game plan right, and they needed to do better in the second half. So I waited until the second half to see how much of ball possession are they going to have. Are they going to be a better side? Are they going to create problems? Are they going to be now more pragmatic? Are they going to be more brave? Because in the first half, they were so timid and they literally offered nothing. So this is what happened in the second half. They still had 36% ball possession vis-a-vis Arsenal's 64%. Three shots on target. Three shots in total, one on target. So this is a side that came in the second half looking for 2 goals, and they had 1 shot on target. We'll get to Arsenal's brilliance. We'll get to how good we've become and how strong we've become. But I think if I'm a Brentford fan, I'm quite. I should be disappointed. Any Brentford fan right now should be disappointed. This is not the performance you want from your side. This is not the kind of performance you want your side to be, manifesting, showing, and all that. So for me, Brentford literally offered nothing. And I'm not trying to say this because Arsenal were the better side or anything, but there was no contest. There was literally no contest for a Premier League side at home, for a Premier League side, trying to impress your fans. It wasn't good enough. It was absolutely not good enough. But then let's talk about Arsenal, and let's talk about the quality we displayed overall. First and foremost, a lot of resilience in this game for us to bounce back from a 3-1 defeat for match against Man United. I remember Mikel Arteta speaking about it, and he said there is nothing to bounce back from because we played very, very well. But again, emotionally, we're a team that is used to winning. We had gone 5 games, winning. We are not used to drawing. We're not used to dropping points. We're not used to, losing. Losing to Manchester United, however big they are, losing to them was always going to create headlines. Losing to them was always going to be a disaster. And when you lose to Man United after winning 5 in a row, the big question now is, how do you bounce back? Do you even bounce back? Do you get that strength, to go into the next game, bounce back, and win the next game? And that is what we've perfectly done, right? So the next time we lose a game, because, moments are going to come when Arsenal lose games. Moments are going to come when we don't play well. I think I won't be very scared the next time we lose a game. I think we know how to bounce back, and we know how to bounce back in the right fashion. Because playing like that against Brentford, a side that would have expected a more timid Arsenal, a side that would have expected, an Arsenal side that was going to be a little bit more cautious, they were really taken by surprise because we attacked them. We were more pragmatic, we're more direct, and we wanted the 3 points more than them. So these are our overall statistics. 13 shots on goal overall, 7 on target. There is a big improvement there. There is a huge improvement there in terms of chances and in terms of taking our chances, because we only missed one big chance in this game and we created two. We scored one big chance and we missed one. That is the kind of ratio I want. I think we can even do better, create two chances to create two big chances and score two big chances, right? So we can even do better. We can try to be that better side, create more big chances and take all of them. So two big chances created, one missed, 8 shots inside the penalty area of Brentford. Interesting. 8 shots inside the penalty area of Brentford. That is on another level. That is another level performance. 8 shots inside the opposition half. Sorry, inside the opposition penalty area. Brentford, in our penalty area, had one shot in our penalty area. So that shows you the difference in quality, and that shows you the difference in the performance today. Arsenal were meaning business, and on top of that, we had 5 shots outside the penalty area. And look, we've already spoken about it. You need some shots outside the penalty area. You need more shots, right, from range. Fabio Viera, what a goal. We'll talk about Fabio Viera's performance, but what a goal, right? And then the goal inside, the goals inside the penalty area, the shots inside the penalty area. Again, it just showed that Arsenal, we are dominant, but we are now passing with a purpose. We are now holding possession with a bit more of purpose attached to it as compared to the other games. But one thing I loved about this game is the first half performance. 7 shots in the first half, 3 on target, 3 off target. Impressive. 1 big chance in the penalty area in the first half. No big chances missed. 4 shots in the penalty area and 3 outside the penalty area. So literally, our game started and ended in the first half, because in the second half it was more of a replica of what we did in the first half. Dominate more, shoot more, create more chances, and try to get to goal, right? But in the first half, that performance, if we can do more of that every halftime, I cannot really even say that this is the best first half I've seen Arsenal play. Maybe compared to, if you say compared to the quality of the opposition, that is what I would go for. That is the only way I would say this is our best first half. But not really. Honestly, not really. I think we played well against Crystal Palace, and everyone talked about our performance. Everyone talked about how pragmatic Arsenal were, how dominant we were, and how strong we were. Then, apart from that, you talk about the Leicester City game in the first half. Again, Leicester City had no chances. They had no chance in that game, especially in the first half. So this is not the best game we've played in the first half at halftime, but we were so dominant. We were absolutely all over them. So let's talk about a couple of performances in this one that I thought were really outstanding. Let's start off with Granit Xhaka. Xhaka in this game had 2 roles. One, I thought he had to take up the Martin Odegaard role slightly, because when you look at where he was stationed in that game, everywhere, absolutely everywhere, I looked at Xhaka and I was like, where is he exactly playing? In so many occasions, he was Arsenal's highest player on the pitch. When have we seen Xhaka do that? How is he getting into those positions? Mikel Arteta knows better. It's Mikel's answer for that. But on many occasions, he was our highest player on the pitch. He was the only player that I looked at and was like, okay, because whenever we threw the ball into the penalty area, whenever we threw the ball 30 yards, 20 yards up the pitch, he was there and was picking up. And what he was helping us with, win the ball high up the pitch. Don't allow Brentford get out, because that is the only way you beat such sides. If they want to get you on the break, just don't allow them get out, right? Whenever they pick up the ball, be physical, be fast, be strong, win the ball back quickly, and win the ball back effectively. Xhaka did that almost every time on the pitch. If we look at him, if I look at his statistics here, just a little bit, how many times did he touch the ball and how many times did he win the ball back, right? Granit Xhaka here, 7.6 rating on SofaScore. And if you look at his heat map, he's high up the pitch, right? So goals, none. Assists, 1. Touches, 68%. Accurate passes, 89%. 50 accurate passes out of 56. So not sloppy in possession, winning the ball back, and trying to create every chance he could. So big chances created, 2 big chances. Without Martin Odegaard, you are always going to look for someone to help you with assisting, to help you with the creativity. That could have been Fabio Viera, but like I said at the beginning of the video, at the beginning of the match, it would have been very unfair for Arsenal to take all the blame, to take all the burden of creating on a new player, Fabio Viera. New to the Premier League, doesn't know how the league works out, is still getting used to the physical levels of this league and the intensity. It would have been a little bit unfair, and it would have been unfair. So Xhaka took on the role to create for Arsenal chances, but then also to help out Thomas Partey, because he was playing in a double pivot. So the first role, make sure they don't get out, make sure you win possession, make sure you're physical and you're strong. But then the second role was get into those dangerous areas and try to create chances, as many chances as you can. 1 clearance, 1 interception, and lost possession only 8 times. Is this the Xhaka I know? The Xhaka I'm used to loses possession 17 times, 19 times, 20 times in 90 minutes. He lost possession only 8 times. That is remarkable. That is absolutely remarkable. So the assist, honestly, is from another planet, right? I said this in the reaction. There are not so many players that I'm used to creating that quality of chances. If there is any players I would point out here, Kevin De Bruyne, Joao Cancelo, and Trent Alexander-Arnold. That is the caliber of players I'm used to creating those chances. Xhaka creating that chance, that is from another planet. That is from another world. And then Gabriel Jesus, the header, that is a very difficult technique. That is a very, very difficult technique, because literally the ball is coming from that direction and you have to head it back, but this time across goal, right? And again, another problem with that ball, you don't have a lot of power coming on that ball. You don't have a lot of speed coming on the ball. So you have to jump high and have to generate all the power for yourself to make sure that you find the back of the net. The assist is absolutely magnificent for Xhaka. Look, if anyone votes for Xhaka, man of the match, I agree with you. He was absolutely magnificent. I think magnifico. That is the word. Absolutely magnifico. So, look, if Xhaka continues playing like this, I don't know. Look, he just needs to, to continue with those good performances. Try to, impact games for us. Try to be the most impressive, player on the pitch. Just that, and he was just that today. The other player I thought that I thought was very, very good was Gabriel Jesus. Apart from the goal, because I think he will score many. Honestly, now 4 goals in 7 games. We barely created chances for Gabriel Jesus. The only chance that I remember Gabriel Jesus missing was in the second half where he was through on goal, right? All the other chances that he's getting, he's creating for himself. Apart from the Granit Xhaka goal, right? Apart from the Granit Xhaka goal that we'll talk about. But he's a striker that just creates a lot for the team. He's a striker that just creates a lot from nothing, and that is something that I've seen with strikers like Benzema, strikers like Lewandowski, strikers like all those top strikers. They share that. They will take your chances when you create for them, but they also have that ability to create chances from nothing. They create chances from nowhere, and that is Gabriel Jesus, and that is the beauty of Gabriel Jesus. He creates chances from nothing. Look, there was a late chance that he was trying to sneak through below David Raya. I think Raya punches it away. Edin Ketia doesn't react fast enough. But if that goes in, that is a self-made goal, right? Then in the second half still, those 1-2s with Fabio Viera, those 1-2s with Granit Xhaka, and honestly, he's trying to, force his way through the crowd to get to goal. He's so much better than Lacazette. Look, if there is a Lyon fan watching this video, there will be, what is he talking about? Because Lacazette has been a revelation for Lyon ever since signing for them. But for us at Arsenal, we are getting so much more. We are getting a lot better, from Gabriel Jesus. The runs, the versatility, the creativity, the energy. I mean, he's small, but the way he's pushing centre backs, huge centre backs, just as Ben Mee, it's quite magnificent. It's absolutely magnificent. So I thought he played very well as well. So if anyone decided to vote him for man of the match, I would absolutely agree with you. The other player that played well, of course, was Bukayo Saka. We need to talk about him. Saka is becoming one of the best English talents that we have seen in the last 10 years. Now, of course, we've seen players like Steven Gerrard for England. We've seen Frank Lampard for England. We've seen so many good players, the likes of Rio Ferdinand. The question with Saka is, can he do what he does more consistently? And the answer from him is, yes, I can. In the last 2 games, Man United and Brentford, he has involved himself in 3 goals, scoring 1 and assisting twice. Honestly, the corner for William Saliba is absolutely spot on. It's absolutely magnificent. And then, I mean, that easy ball that that is played into Fabio Viera. Viera takes the shot very, very well. We'll talk about him in a minute. But Saka is becoming a hot topic. Saka is becoming a real mature boy, a mature head on young shoulders. Honestly, I just like the way he bounced back. I just like the way he bounced back after all this kind of criticism. He's not doing well. He's this and that. He's this and that. He's bounced back with a lot of vigor, with a positive response. I mean, very close to what Son did in the Tottenham Hotspur game, because Son, Salah, Saka, Jared Bowen, and Jack Grealish. Those are the 5 players that were actually, apart from Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish is excluded. Those 4 players, Jared Bowen, Saka, Son, and Salah, lit up the Premier League last campaign. And I'm true to say, and I'm right to say that their performance this season was a little bit off. Okay, should I say, right? Their performances this season have been a little bit off. But what a response from Saka, and what a response from Son. We're still waiting for a response from Salah. We're still waiting for the response from Jared Bowen as well. But currently, guys, honestly, there is no better English player who's playing at a more consistent basis than Saka. At that age, to be giving you those numbers, those performances, bravely, walking through defenses, walking past defenders, just making sure that, he does what he does best. I lose words to explain his performances. Honestly, guys, I lose words to explain the performances of this boy. At such an age, there is not much you can demand. There is not much more I can demand from him. Not much more. All I can say is, well done, Mikel. If we can, gear Saka into giving us better performances, giving us more of these good performances, is going to be a top talent, a top talent. But what about William Saliba? Because with William, you're having a center back who has scored 2 goals, the same number of goals as Mo Salah this campaign. I mean, someone showed me a graphic on Facebook. 2 goals from William Saliba, 2 goals from Salah. I'm joking. Okay, it's quite a joke. But William Saliba this season, the way he has fit into this Arsenal side, the way he has just integrated into this side, he looks like he's been here for ages. He looks like he's been playing for Arsenal for for almost his life. He's only played a month for Arsenal. This is his second month ever since being integrated into the side. But you can easily see the difference between Saliba and the other centre backs. When we said he's one of the best in the league, and he was destroyed by Rashford, everyone said he can't be one of the best in the league. He can't be one of the best in the league. Today, again, another response. Whenever he makes a mistake, the next game, he responds by a super performance. I'm not talking about the goal. No. If we were to talk about the goal, that is another conversation. I'm not talking about the goal here. I'm talking about William Saliba keeping a clean sheet against Brian Wemo and Ivan Toney. Where was Toney today? I saw him get a flick on in the second half. I think he did also try to make an assist for Brian Wemo. Those are the only two occasions that lacked enough quality that I saw Ivan Toney and Brian Wemo free. The rest of the game, Gabriel and William Saliba absolutely incarcerated. That is the word. They absolutely incarcerated Brian Wemo and Ivan Toney. Now, Saliba is not 25. Center backs, keep on becoming better. When they make more mistakes, they become better. The header is beautiful, absolute class, absolute class. But the task in this game was, can you stop Ivan Toney? Can you stop Brian Wemo? And for me, he's done it brilliantly well. He's just done it in a way that he's responding to that down performance against Man United. If he keeps on playing like this, if he keeps on giving us these top performances, he's going to be an assured starter for France in the World Cup. And he should be. He absolutely should be. I mean, apart from this craziness of managers dropping Gabriel Magalhaes, dropping Gabriel Jesus, Tite is crazy. Tite is absolutely crazy. Gabriel Jesus, Gabriel Magalhaes, and Gabriel Martinelli must be playing every game for Brazil right now. Every game. And I'm happy that he dropped them because no injury worries, guys. No injury worries. No injury worries for Ben White. No injury worries for the three Gabriels. I'm quite positive about the lack of call-up. Yeah, I'm gonna be positive. There is nothing to do. There is nothing to say more. I've got to be positive. So William Saliba, guys, no words. I mean, let's just vote him for man of the match. Let's just do that. Let's vote him for man of the match. There is nothing you can say. I love Xhaka. Xhaka was so good, but William Saliba and his age in a new league, they said the Premier League is physical. The Premier League has a lot of intensity. This is going to be a farmers' league now. Arsenal and Manchester City are making this league a farmers' league. Saliba is balling in the Premier League. How many goals has Ivan Toney? How many goals has Ivan Toney? I need to find my statistics here on the Premier League app, because I need to know how many goals has Ivan Toney this campaign. 5 goals this campaign, right? 5 goals this campaign. Alexander Mitrovic, 6 goals this campaign. And you know which centre back has absolutely kept them quiet this season is William Saliba. Look, the goal Mitrovic scored, that is purely a mistake, and that is on Gabriel Magalhaes. If that mistake doesn't happen, Fulham don't score in that game, honestly. Fulham don't score in that game. So William Saliba, the intelligence, the speed, the experience, so young, so experienced. This guy has been loaned out by Arsenal on 3 occasions. How old is he? He's 22. He's 22. Loaned out by Arsenal on 3 occasions. He's a teenager who cost Arsenal £27 million. Nothing more to say about this guy. Nothing more to say about him. He's just magnificent. Now, Fabio Viera, because that is the hottest topic now. Whether you're taking a beer, whether you're taking a glass of water, just like me, the only guy to talk about in this game is Fabio Viera and the goal. So I thought initially in the first half, let's look at his statistics here because that will make more sense when we do analyze this game with a bit of statistics. So Fabio Viera played as the number 10. Martin Odegaard is out injured. A 7.2 rating on SofaScore, 52 touches, 83% ball passing accuracy, 1 key pass into the final area, 2 crosses, 2 dribbles today, lost possession 12 times, and then 6 ground dwells. Okay, interesting there. Interceptions 1, tackles 1, dribbles passed only 1 time, and 1 clearance. So with Fabio Viera, I said this before we went into the game. Much of his performance is going to come from giving him the liberty to operate the way he wants. And we saw it in the second half. It was better in the second half. He had he has that passing range, and then he has that shooting range as well. And then he's got the dribbles to his game. He's so good. He's so gifted, right? Look, the shot he takes, I was not expecting him to take the shot, but he takes it so well. Keeps it on target. That is 1. But then he has to take it in time because there is Brentford opposition coming his way. So he has to take it a little bit quickly, but precisely well. And that is a fabulous goal. But even apart from that, the 52 touches he was averaging, and we've seen him, he loves to play up with Saka. And last campaign, it was Saka, Odegaard, and Thomas Partey creating those passing lanes and those passing patterns, and we created a lot. He's now helping. Fabio Viera is working with Bukayo Saka. This season, I've seen Martin Odegaard more tilted to the left-hand side. The difference between Odegaard and Fabio Viera, in my opinion, is Viera is not a game controller, right? However much he doesn't want to play in those limited pockets of space, he's not a game controller. But his best attributes is that he's sharper than Martin Odegaard. He will take a shot. He will try to make key passes for you, and he's going to always be finding the final pass. Martin Odegaard is more of a game controller, and that is why Mikel Arteta is always going to have a better game with Odegaard on the pitch. Odegaard loves to have the ball, dictate the tempo of the game, decide when to pass, decide when to keep the ball, decide when the team goes forward, and decide when the team stays behind. That is not Fabio Viera. Give him the space, give him the range, and the rest is going to be absolutely beautiful. Look, that is not the best performance from him, quite surprisingly, right? That is not the best performance from him. No. We are yet to see the best of Fabio Viera. We're yet to see a Fabio Viera who scores, from inside the penalty area. We are yet to see the Fabio Viera who wants to be, in that, close range. We are yet to see all that. But for me, the glimpses we are seeing justify the 40 million euros. Honestly, look, a few people might not agree with me. They might feel, it was, the money is not yet justified. But for me, the little glimpses for a new player in the Premier League, even with Martin Odegaard, he didn't come around right away. Because when you're playing in such advanced areas, you're literally attracting a lot of attention from the opponent. So you're not going to be, you're not always going to have a laugh. It's not going to be always that easy, no. But, obviously, guys, he had a good game. What are people saying in the chat? Need some of your reactions before we can call it a stream. You are AFTV Lifelong Banter Club. This is this is Sam Richard. I won't even block you. I understand the pain you're going through. Ronike says, I started believing that now we have a Bernardo Silva in our club. Abdu says, my team Arsenal is making the difference in the league. Bosco says, I like Arsenal today, tomorrow, and forever. The difference between Arsenal and other clubs is we now have a clear philosophy, a philosophy that we are happy to establish, and a philosophy that we are happy to abide by. It's so different. It's so different from Arsenal in the past, because Arsenal in the past, we were known that strong, right? We didn't have a clear philosophy, and the players we had didn't have the quality. But now we have the quality, we have a clear purpose, we have a clear philosophy, and a manager that the players believe in. The manager, you can easily see that these players are not even playing for the manager anymore. They're literally playing, is it for themselves? Every player is contributing as if, to say, this is my club, I deserve to be here. And it goes back to the transfer strategy and what Mikhail always talks about. We want players who are 100% convinced about being here. You don't want to, you don't want to have players that are, are not convinced about being here. Cab says William Saliba is a monster, absolute monster. Bab says the confidence in the team is too high. Hope we continue to build up as the league proceeds. 3 goals. The 3 goals are bangers. That's Okafo. Arrow says we are fire. Mpanga says true that. Oluranti says, hi bro, I told you we needed the winning today. I want Spurs and Liverpool to get scared of my side. So that is it, guys, from me. That is my match reaction. That is my match analysis as well. We've done the match reaction. Player ratings coming your way and more of the reactions. See you soon. Bye.